Now the readings will be given by Florence from Georgia.
I will read from the Bible. Psalms. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? Hope thou in God, for I shall yet praise him who is the health of my countenance and my God. God be merciful unto us and bless us, and cause his face to shine upon us, that thy way may be known upon earth, thy saving health among all nations. Genesis. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. 2 Kings. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death, and the prophet Isaiah the son of Amos came to him and said unto him, Thus said the Lord, Set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live. Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying, I beseech thee, O Lord, remember now how I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in thy sight. And Hezekiah wept sore. And it came to pass, afore Isaiah was gone out into the middle court, that the word of the Lord came to him, saying, Turn again, and tell Hezekiah the captain of my people, Thus said the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer. I have seen thy tears. Behold, I will heal thee. On the third day thou shalt go up unto the house of the Lord. And I will add unto thy days 15 years, and I will deliver thee and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria. Matthew. When he was come down from the mountain, great multitudes followed him. And behold, there came a leper and worshipped him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. And Jesus put forth his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. And Jesus said unto him, See thou tell no man, but go thy way, show thyself to the priest, and offer the gift that Moses commanded for a testimony unto them. And when Jesus was come into Peter's house, he saw his wife's mother laid and sick of a fever. And he touched her hand, and the fever left her, and she arose and ministered unto them. When the even was come, they brought unto him many that were possessed with devils, and he cast out the spirits with his word, and healed all that were sick, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, Himself took our infirmities and bare our sicknesses. John. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whoso then first after the troubling of the water stepped in, was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lie, and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he said unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me into the pool. But while I am coming, another steppeth down before me. Jesus said unto him, Rise, Take up thy bed and walk. And immediately the man was made whole and took up his bed and walked. 2 Corinthians. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Mark. And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents. And if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. John. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me. Or else believe me for the very work's sake. Habakkuk. Thou art of purer eyes than to behold evil, and canst not look on iniquity. I will now read passages from Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures and prose works by Mary Baker Eddy. For health, alias harmony, is the normal manifestation of man in science. Jesus regarded good as the normal state of man and evil as the abnormal. Holiness, life, and health as the better representatives of God than sin, disease, and death. The master metaphysician understood omnipotence to be all power. Because spirit was to him all in all, matter was palpably an error of premise and conclusion, while God was the only substance, life, and intelligence of man. All reality is in God and his creation, harmonious and eternal. That which he creates is good, and he makes all that is made. Therefore, the only reality of sin, sickness, or death is the awful fact that unrealities seem real to human erring belief until God strips off their disguise. They are not true because they are not of God. If sickness is true or the idea of truth, you cannot destroy sickness, and it would be absurd to try. Then classify sickness and error as our Master did when he spoke of the sick, whom Satan had bound, and find the sovereign antidote for error in the life-giving power of truth acting on human belief, a power which opens the prison doors to such as are bound and sets the captive free physically and morally. Having faith in drugs and hygienic drills, we lose faith in omnipotence and give the healing power to matter instead of spirit, as if deity would not if he could, or could not if he would, give health to man, when our Father bestows heaven not more willingly than health, for without health there could be no heaven. If sickness is real, it belongs to immortality. If true, it is a part of truth. Would you attempt with drugs or without to destroy a quality or condition of truth? But if sickness and sin are illusions, the awakening from this mortal dream or illusion will bring us into health, holiness, and immortality. God, good, can no more produce sickness than goodness can cause evil, and health occasion disease. The procuring cause and foundation of all sickness is fear, ignorance, or sin. Disease is always induced by a false sense mentally entertained, not destroyed. Disease is an image of thought externalized. The mental state is called a material state. Whatever is cherished in mortal mind as the physical condition is imaged forth on the body. Do you reject utterly the bacteria theory of the propagation of disease? Oh, with a prolonged inflection, entirely. If I harbor that idea about a disease, I should think myself in danger of catching it. To many, the healing force developed by Christian Science seems a mystery because they do not understand that spirit controls body. They acknowledge the existence of mortal mind, but believe it to reside in matter of the brain. But that man is the idea of infinite mind is not so easily accepted. That which is temporary seems to the common estimate solid and substantial. It is much easier for people to believe that the body affects mind than that the body is an expression of mind and reflects harmony or discord according to thought. Everything that God created, he pronounced good. He never made sickness. Hence, that is only an evil belief of mortal mind, which must be met in every instance with a denial by truth. The Christian Scientist has enlisted to lessen evil, disease, and death, and he will overcome them by understanding their nothingness and the allness of God or good. Sickness to him is no less a temptation than is sin, and he heals them both by understanding God's power over them. The Christian Scientist knows that they are errors of belief which truth can and will destroy. Mortals obtain the harmony of health only as they forsake discord, acknowledge the supremacy of divine mind, and abandon their material beliefs. Mentally insist that harmony is the fact and that sickness is a temporal dream. Realize the presence of health and the fact of harmonious being until the body corresponds with the normal conditions of health and harmony. Health is the consciousness of the unreality of pain and disease, or rather the absolute consciousness of harmony and of nothing else. In a moment, you may awake from a night dream, just so you can awake from the dream of sickness. Question: what is the scientific statement of being? Answer: there is no life, truth, intelligence, nor substance in matter. All is infinite mind and its infinite manifestation, for God is all in all. Spirit is immortal truth, matter is mortal error. Spirit is the real and eternal, matter is the unreal and temporal. Spirit is God, and man is his image and likeness. Therefore, man is not material, he is spiritual. Man is never sick, for mind is not sick, and matter cannot be.